Welcome to VSys IT Solutions Private Limited. Today we are discussing about types of SQL commands. Types of SQL commands. Okay, in SQL, the commands basically categorized into 5 types. Okay, the SQL commands can be categorized into 5 types. First one is DDL commands. DDL commands. And the second one is DML commands. DML commands. And the next one is DQL or DRL commands, DCL commands, and the TCL commands. DDL, DML, DDL, DRL, and DCL commands. Data definition languages and data manipulation languages and data retrieval or data query languages and data control languages. Next one, TCL commands, transaction control languages. Transaction control languages. These are the 5 types of SQL commands. Coming to data definition languages. Coming to data definition languages. Data definition languages. Here, DDL commands are used to define, modify, and delete the structure of the database objects. Okay, it includes what are the commands are available. Simply we are remembering card.t. C stands for create, A stands for alter, R stands for rename, D stands for drop, T stands for truncate. Okay, in the alter, subcommands are available. Add, modify. Next one, okay, add, modify, rename, and drop. These are the alter subcommands. Okay, by using create command, creating a table or creating a indexes or creating the database. Okay, by using create command, create the database objects like as a tables, indexes, and views. By using alter, use it to modify the structure of the existing database object. Drop and rename. Okay, rename to rename the database object, to rename the table, and to rename the database objects. Drop, use it to delete the database objects, and truncate, use it to delete all records from the table. Okay, these are the DDL commands. Create, alter, rename, drop, and truncate. Okay, coming to DML. The DML commands are used to modification of the data. modification of the data. Here database objects, now here data. The DML commands are used to which one? Manipulate the data. Manipulate the data. Use it to manipulate the data. Use it to manipulate the data. Manipulate the data. Manipulate the data. Stored in the database. Stored in the database. Use it to manipulate the data. It is stored in the database. It is stored in the database. The DML commands are like as a user ID. UID. U stands for update. I stands for insert. D stands for delete. D stands for delete. Update, insert, delete. Okay, use it to modify update command. Use it to modify existing record in the table. Next one, insert. Use it to insert new record into a table. And delete. Use it to delete the records from the table. Records from the table. Next one, coming to DQL or DRL. Data query language or okay, data query language or DRL. Data retrieval language. Data retrieval language. Okay, retrieve the data from the table or database. To retrieve the use it to retrieve the data. Retrieve the data stored in the database. Retrieve the data. The best example command is select command. Some people we are using select is also DML, but actually select command is a one DRL command, data retrieval or data query language. Coming to DCL, coming to DCL, data control languages, data control languages, data control languages. Okay, these commands are used to these commands are used to observing very clearly control access to data within the database. Control access to data, control access to data within the databases, within the databases, within the databases. The DCL commands are like as a grant, revoke, grant, revoke. These two commands are DCL commands, DCL commands. And finally TCL commands, TCL, transaction control languages, transaction control languages. Okay, these commands are used to manage the transactions, used to manage the transactions, transactions within the database, within the database, within the database. Used to manage the transactions within the database. Okay, the TCL commands are like as a commit, commit, rollback, Savepoint. These are the SQL commands. DDL, data definition languages, 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 full form, data manipulation languages, data manipulation languages, data manipulation languages, and data retrieval languages, data query or retrieval languages, data retrieval or data query languages, data control languages, data control languages, and transaction control languages. Transaction control languages. Transaction control languages. This is about basic SQL commands. Okay, DDL, DML, DQL, or DRL, DCL, and TCL. The DDL commands are used to define, modify, delete the structure of the database object. DML commands are used to manipulate the data stored in the database. Okay, used to DQL or DRL commands are used to retrieve the data from the database or table. Next one, DCL is used to control the access to data within the database. And TCL used to manage the transaction within the database. This is about SQL commands. Okay, thank you guys. Please subscribe to our channel for more updates.